Greetings, Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. This is your Goddess Guru, Tyrone Milade, here to share a word of inspiration with you on your path to self-realization and self-mastery. Today is April 18th. Can y'all believe I've made 3 videos today? I'm on a roll. Hey, hope that you all are well as you find this video. I was listening to some of the astrologers. Well, y'all know I'm always listening to astrologers. Some folks watch TV. I watch astrologers. But, and I thought, I really need to get on and talk about what's going on astrologically. But I want to do it within the context of the 2018 reading. This is the first time in a long time that I have not done like an official video for 2018. Hadn't even done the reading. I've done a reading for the moons. I've done readings for the season changes. Wow. So I've not let you down, but I haven't done a reading for the calendar year 2018. But one thing I do want to address, first and foremost, going back to the video I made called 45, I said I'm going to ask myself, what would Tina Turner say if she heard me ask, am I too old to dance? Huh? That hit me right there, all over. So I said, well, I guess I'll keep on dancing. Let me see, was there anything else? Some of the other ones had mentioned the hot flashes. So yes, I've started drinking freezing cold water because when a hot flash hits, like trying to get myself to brain freeze status, for some reason that pushes it down. It seems like each year is a little bit different with the hot flashes too. So I am seeing this year, because I'm not as panicked anymore when I have the hot flash. It seems like I can do some deep breathing. I still feel it. I might still even sweat. But I'm noticing this is my 3rd season of hot flashes. And it always hits as soon as the hot weather comes. When it's freezing cold outside, I'm good. But as soon as spring creeps in and there's a little bit of warmth, I start hot flashing. But this year, I'm noticing, at least at the beginning of the season, that I can do some deep breathing, and that helps me to like get myself centered and not feel so horrible with the hot flash. Because it's not just that I'm hot, I feel horrible. As soon as it passes, I'm pretty okay. So yes, Amethyst Renee, we must keep dancing, my dance sister. We must keep dancing. So I wanted to talk about the Oracle as our guiding light. So one of the reasons I keep up with astrology now so tough is because, and I think I mentioned it the other day, it gives me something to sort of like focus my energy on. It gives me the opportunity to look at myself and say, okay, this is what I'm feeling. This is the energy that's going on right now. The more you know about your own astrological chart, the more you will sort of sense where it's happening and how it's happening. And so I can begin to focus my attention on those areas. And I keep just going back to what is a key to self-mastery that is major awareness. Because that's just how I see it. When things are coming up, if I'm not aware, it just looks like, life is happening, something's bad going on. Maybe I go into like a default way of thinking, feeling, operating. It might be victim, it might be anger, it might be fight, it might be, just addiction. It's all these default ways we have of dealing with what comes up instead of dealing with what comes up. We don't even ask, why is this coming up? Like in a real way. Like, I really want to know what the heck is this about? Where could this be coming from? And so what I see wisdom is it is a guiding light. This is why we get divination. Whenever I do readings for people, I hope that I say this to you all, that it is a roadmap. It is a way to guide yourself. I'm not the kind of diviner that can see stuff and that, like consistently. There are times when I see things I don't know why I am saying what I'm saying, but it'll come up, and because I've become aware of what it feels like when my guides are talking to me, when it comes up, I know, okay, I don't know what this is about. I don't know, but I'm going to say this. But it's rare that I really can see into the future with clarity, with clairvoyance, I put it that way. It's very rare. I can sense things. I can know things. I can interpret the oracle, but I don't really see what's going to happen. But what I can do is tell you what thus saith the oracle. The oracle says that you need to have more spiritual practices. I don't know why the oracle says you need to have more spiritual practices. I just know this is what the oracle is saying. That's the roadmap that has come down from the oracle. And we can talk about specific things, maybe sort of like based on your own astrology or your own EFI blueprint or something like that. But it's a roadmap, and it's one that we all need to navigate. I don't want to believe everything is hard and fast. I just don't want to believe that. There are things that are fated, but all of the details, they're up for grabs. To me, this is the quantum physics part of it, Infinite number of possibilities. And even with the one outcome, it's an infinite number of ways that we get to that one outcome. It sounds crazy, but that's the freedom of being in the space-time continuum, okay? And so we want to use the oracle as the guiding light. And this is why I do what I do. This is why, so many people who share wisdom share it. This is why the ancestors have designated those of us who are supposed to share. Maybe it's you, but designated those of us who they're going to speak through to make sure they get the word to you, because they can see what's coming down the pipeline. And that's part of the trust that we want to have in life, the trust that we want to have with our guides. Because once we get in trust with that, we begin to sort of feel the GPS. That's what the oracle is the guiding light. It's the GPS. Turn right, turn left, keep straight. Go north, go south, east, west. Hold it. Wait a minute, detour, because there's an accident up ahead. Or, you're going to be in a holding pattern for a little while because there's a delay up ahead. But when we trust our guides, when we feel the delay, we just say, you know what? There's a delay happening. I thought that this was going to come down on Tuesday. Oh, but it didn't come down for another 2 weeks. But it came, So we want to listen to what's happening because it is a roadmap. It is something for us to follow. And it's just like the story in the Bible when, the Hebrews were in the desert with Moses, or the people, the people of Israel, maybe is who it is, were in the desert, and there was a light that was guiding them. They were with Moses. There's a light that was guiding them. That light for us is the oracle. That light for us is our guides. Okay, but the guides are sharing wisdom from up on high. All right. And so this is what we're wanting to do. We're wanting to be so in trust with the wisdom of the universe, with the wisdom that is guiding our life, that we trust it no matter where it takes us. We trust it no matter what it calls us to do, because these are the times that we are in right now. Because when I listen to the astrologers, They're talking about Saturn is going retrograde. Pluto is going retrograde. They both in Capricorn. This is all like heavy energy. Like, I'm not playing with you. We're getting ready to sit down and do a nice little review of you. When you go into, like, not really the teacher's office, but the principal's office. and it's not even just the principal. It's the principal with the social worker, and then some people from the education board, and then some people from like some national group that's coming in. They all want to sit down and have a discussion with you about your performance. And they are really concerned because they want to make sure that you get the job done. Woo! It's on my toes as I say this. Woo! They want to make sure you get the job done. So we're going to sit down, and not only are we going to go check by check. What are you doing? What have you done? We're going to do a review. We're going to do a performance review. Not only are we going to do a performance review, we're going to go through and look at every line. Line by line by line. And you know how when you look at when we were in school, we had to do those outlines, and there was like Roman numeral 1. Then there was the letter, capital letter A, little letter A, number 1, maybe, number 1, and then I don't even know how much we can break this thing down, but it's just like so many divisions down. That's what is happening. Okay. And so it's like, you got to be able to trust the oracle when stuff is coming up, is going so deep, and you've got to be able to trust. I don't really know why this is going on, but I'm going to have to look at this and figure out. That's really what everyone is saying. It just boils down to it. The other message has been, we must commit. I think about Harriet Tubman. Here's an example of what I talked about for my Afro talk. I'm going to use a black example. All right. So, you think about Harriet Tubman. What we have been told is when people were traveling with her to get free up north, she was like, the only direction you go is north. There ain't no going back. All right. You're going to go north no matter what. North is the only destination point for you. The other option might be death. You're going to keep going north or you're going to die. That's the kind of commitment we must have right now to whatever life is calling us to do. What is your destiny calling you to do? Be like our sister. All right. Be like our mother. Moving forward. You're not going backwards. All right. Be like Harriet. Be like Harriet. Ain't no going back. That we have to have that kind of resolute attitude and spirit regarding what it is we're being called to do. You need to hold yourself. I don't want to say at gunpoint, because that just sounds so horrible and violent. But it's like you give yourself no options. The only option is forward. That's really the way we have to commit to whatever we're being called to do. It's time for us to stop being on the fringe. It's time for us to stop being in the shadows. And we have to have that kind of commitment. And so then this other message is, no matter what comes up, no matter what Harriet Tubman and all of our ancestors saw on that road to freedom, they had to keep going. What she say? When you hear the dogs, keep running. When you hear the dogs, keep running. When your demons start coming up, keep running. When your family does not understand you, keep running. Keep running towards the prize, the victory called your destiny. So that's just the kind of energy that we have going on right now. And the reason I wanted to go on ahead and give the energy for 2018 is because whatever else comes up, that it can always be sort of like in relationship to the energy of 2018. So, it's like just like the outline I gave you. We have the main theme for 2018, and then we have the energy for the equinoxes and the solstices, and then we have the energy for the moons. Then we can have week by week wisdom. But always, I just sort of default back always to like, what's the biggest wisdom I can go to? Now, within our own life, we have our own personal Odu. We have our own personal reading that we've gotten. And then the themes for each year falls underneath that. When you think about what is your life's destiny, the reading for the year is under that reading. Okay? So we want to allow ourselves to be guided by wisdom moment by moment. I almost feel like you cannot have too much wisdom, because there's so much that life throws at us. And this is why daily spiritual practices are so important. Life throws so much at us that it helps us to grab onto the wisdom, so that it's that guiding light. And so everything that happens each day, I do my divination and I say, okay, I see why I'm acting like this, why I'm thinking like this. Okay, the oracle indicated something like this would happen today, because it gives me an opportunity to be aware when it happens instead of being blindsided by something. So then, what happens with emotional outburst, or, we just have like this rote way of, or default way of responding to something, it gets etched in us more and more and more. And it's just that much more difficult to dig our way out of it, So we don't want to just have default behaviors other than I default to the oracle. What you say, oracle? What you say, guide? What you say, Ori? Now that's a good default thing to do, as long as we do what we're called to do once we ask, So let me share with the reading for 2018. Dark Deceased was the first card I pulled. I was like, whoop, Dark Deceased. And Tahuti Positive. So I largely have been talking about Tahuti because it's the wisdom energy. The Dark Deceased is largely what we're all dealing with right now. We're all, maybe not everybody, but a lot of us might be feeling like our stuff is being dug up. I told you, we're in review officially. We're in review officially. And whether we know exactly what is going on in the cosmos or not, because it is sort of hard to keep up with. And, there are some astrologers that give weekly readings and stuff like that. But what's important for us to do, what's going on right now, because I sort of got lost explaining that. Anyway, is we have to keep up with what's going on. And what's going on is a reflection of this yearly reading. All of our stuff is being brought up. It's just being brought up to the top. And so it's very important for us to have something to listen to, something to guide us. And so this year, as your stuff comes up, just sit down at the table with it. This is what I do when my stuff comes up. When I'm aware, come on in, sit down, let's have some coffee. You're here. And Cool Believe is always there. You and I know that. Both of us know that. It's always there. The question is, how much do we engage it? How do we engage it? But those dark deceased sides of ourselves, they're there. They're there. And, so let's not act brand new about that. So we want to pull up, tell it to come on, sit down, let's have a talk. That's what we need to do right now, y'all. And ask, what can I do to heal you? I talked about in the video on 45, there's different levels in between 42 and 42 and 45. We're having a Rahu Chiron maturation, where we want to get our Rahu and Ketu. I don't know if I said Chiron, but Rahu and Ketu maturation. We want to heal those aspects of ourselves. We want to heal our wounds. Chiron is moving into Aries. And so, that's a major shift. Now, one astrologer says I know two astrologers. The one I listen to the most and learn from, she doesn't really deal with Chiron. And then there's another one I like named Marina, and she was saying she was trying to see is anything going on, and she didn't feel anything with Chiron moving into Aries. But I feel something about Chiron moving into Aries. Chiron is the wounded healer, and I'm telling you, all my stuff, it's like, everything is up right now. But it doesn't really matter if you feel Chiron and Aries or not. We all got something that we need to address. And this is that dark deceased energy for this year. Our darkness is going to be coming forward to have a little discussion with us. The question is, are we going to actually do something about that darkness? Are we actually going to talk to it and see? Let's talk about it. What can we do? Something one priestess said to me one time was so good, and it's that our darkness oftentimes can be the source of our light. We have to put some perspective on the darkness. It will not just go away. It will not be suppressed. That darkness is going to come through some kind of way. And we need to face it, and we need to embrace it. And I have found the only thing that will get me free is to let my light shine more and more and more. Is to do what my destiny is to answer the calling on my life. That's really the only way I ever really feel free. The other thing we want to think about with these dark deceased, and this is something that just came to my mind, is we want to think about those problematic behaviors that we have. In Ifa, they talk about taboos quite a bit. Well, not everybody, but in general. You'll hear people talking about this is taboo for this person, that's taboo, and all that kind of good stuff. So think about something that has to do with your character. An E5 character is important. And E5, folks come back here to develop good character. God bless you if you come here with bad character. And, it's a rough life, It's a lot of karma that gets created from bad karma. Bad character. Be it someone who came here with bad character or just somebody who had a moment of bad character, it really does sow bad karmic seed that has to be balanced out and corrected. And so, we want to think about those things that put our integrity in question. And so, like for me, I must avoid gossip. I can't be getting caught up. And I'm the one, this is how tricky it is for me, my little dark deceased gossip energy. I don't typically tell anybody's business. I'm not going to be putting your business out in the street, nothing like that, because I don't want my stuff out there. And when I'm good, as soon as I hear somebody gossiping, I'm like, nope, I don't gossip. But if I sort of don't like somebody, I might let somebody go on. I'm not going to pass it on to anybody else, But I have to avoid that. I have to check myself on that. Gossip can be sort of fun because sometimes it's like, we're just making fun. Nah, we don't be doing all that. No. Think about where your integrity gets called into question. When we're thinking about dark deceased, it's those kinds of things that we're looking at. It can be you got dark energies hanging around you. A lot of times when we're on our path to self-realization, our light begins to just shine and shine and shine. And our ancestors who are stuck in dark, will come to us because they're trying to get unstuck. They're trying to get free. They hang out with us, and then whatever got them stuck, that's where we start feeling like, we're exhibiting this exact same behavior, because a lot of times they're highlighting for us where we are headed to be a dark deceased ancestor, And so it's not always fun to get the dark deceased card. I used to hate seeing the dark deceased card. It used to actually be connected to me having these horrible dreams and stuff, and seeing dark deceased ancestors fighting my husband in my dreams. I used to hate this. One time it was related to my whole family got the flu. Oh gosh. I was like, these dark deceased are beating me down. And I try to, in my daily prayers, say, any dark deceased hanging around me and my family, you cannot stay. I send you on your way with light and love towards your healing, but you cannot stay here. Dark deceased can't hang around you. But just know, some of us got relationships set up with these dark deceased. These dark deceased are our buddies. What? Yeah, I said it. Some of us like these dark deceased. We set up a relationship with the darkness. And that's just, let's just be real with it. Yeah, I like this dark part of me because it's my comfort zone. It's not about whether or not you're a good or bad person. You've gotten comfortable with it. But, when you're ready to let it go because it's breaking your life down and apart, you'll let it go. The last thing I'll say about dark deceased, and you have to excuse me, yesterday was tax day. I do the taxes for my family. Oh my gosh, why did I wait till the last minute? So I'm a little tired right now. But I'm going to get this down. I'm going to get this done for you. Is all praises to the ancestors that came over on these ships and they jumped off the boat. They got thrown off the boat, whatever. They got stuck at the bottom of the ocean. What are we doing to send light and love to the ancestors who were traumatized as they were thrust into their death? They called to us, asking us to send them light and love to help them get free. They say the main way they will get free is by us living to the fullest. That will help free these ancestors. This is another reason why I did the Afro talk. Because they are saying, why everybody putting us down? Why is nobody elevating us? It is time for us to make sure we continue to, with honor, respect, integrity, to elevate the ancestors whose lives were traumatized as they were thrust into death. Where do you live? Can you go offer light and love to the dark deceased ancestors in your area? And if you don't know where they are, send it out into the cosmos. They'll get it. It's time for us to heal up our lineage, my Afro people. I don't care if you are in Africa, United States, Latin America, or other places around the world. The wound of the African consciousness must be healed by us, and we are starting this year. They say the way you will do it is by allowing wisdom to be your guiding light and to allow yourself to be led, guided, directed to your self-realization, to completely awaken and to walk in Ashe and Alafia, where every moment is Ashe. Every moment is Alafia. Even when you stuck in your stumble and you down, Ashe. Even when you crying, your eyes are puffy, heartbroken, Ashe. They want us to walk moment by moment by moment, saying, Alafia, Alafia, Alafia. I have nothing but the goodness, the blessings, the peace. I wish I knew other ways of expressing this through the African tradition, but y'all know what I'm talking about. It's the essence. It's not the word, it's the essence of what I'm talking about. Amen. That's another one. Where we walk fully aware of our men, where me and our men are one. Or Sarah, walking one with our Sarah. Okay? Walking one with the goddess, feeling the vibration of creativity, expansion, abundance, creativity, all the things that we know are represented in the great mother goddess. This is what will free our ancestors. This is what will elevate our ancestors to where they need to be. And as we elevate the ancestors, we elevate our consciousness. They're not having us stay down anymore. And so they say, this is the year to deal with the dark disease, be it your own personal dark disease, or be it you doing some kind of work to send light and love to the souls that are still stuck in some kind of way. And we got to go make our trips to Africa, y'all, because they're at those doors waiting for us to come. They call us back. Those of us who feel like, I don't know who I am, I don't know where I came from. Oh, they calling us. Okay? They're calling us because as we free them, our consciousness will be open and it will be free. And it is through being guided by the wisdom of your soul. And how do you get the wisdom of your soul? You meditate. You do your daily spiritual practices, and you go full on that way. And you consult the oracle. You don't have to come to me, but go to somebody until you can do it for yourself. If you can do it for yourself, you should do a daily reading for yourself. May you be guided by the light of the oracle through the darkness that we are all facing. And there's a darkness within. But as we shine the light within, we will see that there's nothing but what? Ashe, Alafia, abundance, transcendence, all things good. So, yeah, I still can't always break it down, but Saturn's retrograde, Pluto's retrograde, Chiron is in Aries, Uranus is moving into Taurus. In other words, get busy. Get busy doing what you need to do for you. So I've seen y'all writing these comments. Let me see. Okay, thank you, Amethyst Rose. I'm doing my best, Mama. Okay. Hey, Nia. Good to see you. Oh, so Amethyst Renee saw my last video, and I mentioned I had heart palpitations at 40, and that's one of the symptoms of, Kundalini rising, Amethyst Renee, the awakening of the Kundalini. Your vibrations are rising to prepare you for the shift of the new earth. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to say that again. This is from Amethyst Renee. Your vibrations are rising to prepare you for the shift of the new earth. That's all of us. Okay, I'll look up Dolores Cannon is what she said. Hold on. She killed those who tried to go back because those people would snitch. Oh, yeah, she's talking about when I was talking about Harriet Tubman. Okay, then Amethyst Renee mentioned Kundalini and the Chakras by Genevieve Lewis Paulson. Okay, I'm so glad they saved this live feed now because I can go back and look at that. So Nia's feeling me. Yes, Amethyst Renee, gotta face your shadow self. Okay, so good, Nia. I'm glad that you're feeling better. Very good. Well, thank y'all so much for your comments and for being here with me and listening to, what the Oracle has given to me. So now every time I come on, we'll relate, at least for 2018, a lot of what's going on in the cosmos, or, if I do an oracle reading, um, what the oracle is saying in relationship to the wisdom for 2018. Okay, so that's something for you all. Write it down. Dark Deceased, Tahuti Positive. Okay, and we will continue to talk about this energy and chew on it and apply it to our lives. And this is what I always do. I always ask myself, how different is one year from the next? I remember looking through my journals one time, and it was journals from years. And it was as if every journal was from the exact same year. I was saying the exact same thing year after year after year. And that terrified me. And so, surely we're making progress. We should be able to see that. And so that's what we want to do as we apply the wisdom. What difference is being made? That's why I started following astrology so much. I started realizing, oh, wait a minute, this stuff is helping me to stay more on the straight and narrow towards my destiny. So that's what I have for you all in this video. Thank you all so much. Please like the video, share the video. If you need divination, I would love to divine for you. I would love to go to the oracle on your behalf and see what thus saith the oracle. My website is Goddess